right, now we live. Nigga said, am I into misogyny? I hate the stupid ass questions. I can't with you guys. I can't. Like, I just can't. Yo, like, y'all females really be on here sometime. Like, y'all be fucking with me until I start talking. Yo, anybody like ever know that? Like, y'all be fucking with me. Shit, I'm single. And hop in your boy DMs. Let me stop. I do not want that much attention. Let me stop, because honestly, it'd be a bit much sometimes. I'm good off the attention. I get a lot of that. We good. I could deal without it. I don't know what's going on with Instagram right now because my shit wildin'. All right, guys. I'm done with the bullshit. Let's get ready to start. Let's get started on. I don't know what's going on with Instagram. I was trying to go live on Instagram, but it's acting up. It is not cooperating. Anybody that joins the YouTube live, can you guys just like it, please? Oh no, what did I do? No. Let's not restart anything. Let's not do that. Like I said, anybody that joins the YouTube live, make sure you like it, please. And the guys that are already in the chat, tell them to like. As you see the numbers go up, the likes should be equal. All right, well, let's get started. Podcast number 101. Wow, what a milestone. There was actually a guy who messaged me for his prize. Hey buddy, I know you messaged me. Message me again if you're listening to this, because he did find out what episode Randy was on last. And since you're the only one, I'm gonna send you 2 prizes. I'm not sure what that'll be. Maybe 2 lighters. I don't know. I know I promised electric lighters. So please message me again if you hear this, or I'll find you again. I'll message you because you did win. And he answered promptly. He asked for like the day of, or like maybe like a day after. So we're gonna send him his prize. Congratulations to him for the 100 episode giveaway. And he definitely won. Now, if you guys hear any crying or like screeching in the back, it's my fucking cat. I don't know. Psst. Layla, why you doing all that crying? Yeah, I don't know what she's got going on, but just try to ignore that. I don't have any females in my basement right now that I got kidnapped because I'm what the fuck she doing. All right, but tonight's episode, let's stick to the topic. We will be talking about bro code. Now, I know a lot of you guys are young. A lot of you guys didn't know the bro code. There are elements to the bro code that I learned over time, even later in life, in my early 20s, that there were some things that, like, you know, there were just certain situations that I never was faced. So I had some people had to tell me, but we're going to get into that tonight, and let's get into it. So we're going to play a song. You guys know the routine. After we play the song, we get into the podcast. I think tonight we're going to play let's play Pasha 2. You know, I wanted to play Pasha 2 times. I really like this song, but we're going to play it. We're going to play it. We can get into it after this.
2 times. Just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. You know that I'm different. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what you feel like. I just want that ass fast. You know I'ma do right. Just tell me that you want me. I heard you got what? Pussy drop, it ain't track. I heard you got locked for the box, it ain't stack. Can't you tell me that you need me? Thirsty for that Fiji. You know they can't see me. Sit on my face and free me. I heard that the ops wish they swap in my place. I swear they want me gone. MIA, not today. And she gon' let her shots from the back in RA. And when I hit it right, she gon' say, just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. You know that I'm different. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. I just want that ass fat. You know I'ma do right. Just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. 'Cause you know that I'm different, different. Oh, just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. You know that ass fat. You know I'ma do right.
All right. That was Pasha 2 times. Now, so that, by the way, that's all on all streaming platforms. So guys, go listen to that. When you get a chance, make sure you go download it. So let's get into tonight's episode. I'm pretty calm. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about, the bro code. Now, usually a code, something that, us guys live by. I know females also have a code too. Now, there are different elements to the bro code. Now, usually when you hear us talk about a bro code, and even women, that standard falls into not sleeping around with a friend or a family member or a brother's significant other. Now, by significant other, we don't mean a girl that you were just talking to, but we mean somebody who you were actually involved with, like a relationship. Like recently, I watched this movie. It's a movie on Netflix, and it's Christina Milian and a few other actors. They're not as famous, but the point is, this guy, he was engaged to Christina Milian. Pardon me. Oh shit. Oh damn. Sorry about that. But the point is, all right, getting back to it. This guy was engaged to Christina Milian, and he has a brother. Now, I know they were in the military together. Now, I'm not sure if this guy was his actual brother, but I think it was actually his biological brother in the movie. And this was a girl. He was engaged to Christina Milian, but he broke off the marriage. This is somebody who was about to marry. But long story short, in the movie, he ended up hooking up with Christina Milian, this guy's brother. Now, going back to guy code, if you have a best friend, let alone a family member, if this person had dated this girl, if this person had serious feelings for this girl, if he was heavily involved with her, if this man told this girl that he loved her, you should not be getting involved with her at all whatsoever. I don't give a fuck how good she looks. I don't care if she was the most prettiest girl that you ever fucking laid your eyes on. You have to have a bro code. You have to live by a code because there has to be a certain amount of loyalty between your friends. You have to understand, if your best friend or your sibling and you're telling this person about this person, you're telling this person you love them, you're coming to this person, you're telling them about your problems, and you go and dare have a relationship with this person, you have to have a code. Now, I'm not here trying to sound like Don Toretto and say that family is everything, right? And family is really important, and I do put a big value on family. But for you to be messing with this person, that is a violation. That is a violation in code. Now, if you have a best friend and you consider this friend, because sometimes friends can be like family, or sometimes your friends can be more than family. Sometimes your friends can show you more loyalty. Sometimes your friends can go out of their way and do more for you than your actual family does. So sometimes some friends can be considered as family. Like my best friends, I consider them my brothers. So, and we tell we tell each other a lot of personal information. So somebody that I love, somebody that I care about, somebody who I am seriously involved with, I don't have to tell my friends. They know that person's off limits, because you make things very seriously complicated. Now, granted, me and my friends have been friends for over a decade now. I knew these guys for over a decade. But you don't get involved with somebody who your close friend has been in a serious relationship with, or they say they love them, or you know there was some type of feelings there. Right? Now, here's the situation. Now, I can see if, you know, your friend, like say, for example, and I've been through the situation, I'll just give you real examples. There's been plenty of times where, let's say, some of my friends had talked to a girl. I'll give you different scenarios. There's been situations where my friends have been messing with a girl. They probably messed with this girl a few weeks, a few months, nothing serious. He never really liked her too serious. He never wanted anything from her. He never wanted any relationship out of her. Right? He never wanted anything serious from her. But when it came to this kind of girl, and I saw she was trying to throw it my way, and I know that he wasn't serious about her, I know it was just some fling type of thing, I would run it by him first. So I'd be like, yo, shorty that you was talking, remember the shorty, you know, little Spanish thing over there, the cake, you know what I'm saying? Oh, where, yeah, from out there, yeah. She trying to throw it my way. How you feel about that? You know, I don't really care. I don't really care. She ain't nothing serious. She ain't nothing serious. You do your thing, baby. And then I know that he's currently messing with girls that he's taking serious, or he probably has other girls, or he probably has a main chick, right? That he's taking a little more serious. So in that situation, I know that it's not that serious. Or if it's a girl that he was just talking to that he never got to actually kill, or he never did anything, it never got far with her, or maybe he just made out with her, and then she comes my way, I'm going to let him know, 1, 2, and then I know that that was never serious. And since I know that that was never serious, that's not violating bro code. On top of that, I'm letting him know what's going on. I'm telling him, yo, I'm gonna see what's good with this. I'm about to see what's good with this. And you know what I'm saying? Possibly we could get it in. That's not violating bro code, because I'm letting him know. And this is a girl that he never had feelings for. So if he never had feelings for this girl, and I'm letting him know ahead of time, and I'm letting him know what's up, that's not violating bro code. You have to keep that code. You should have enough courtesy to tell your friends or even family members. There's been situations where, like, there's been girls that I talked to, and my little brother, because my little brother, we look just alike. He maybe like maybe 2 skin tones darker than me, but we look just alike. And there was girls that he like, you know, I'm talking to this girl. She said she knew you. Oh, okay, well, do your thing. You know, my brother, my own biological brother, is not going to go talk to one of my exes. He's not going to go talk to somebody who I know, who he knows I was talking to for months at a time. Right? So he's not going to do something like that, because there's a code that you keep. There's a code that you keep. And you don't violate that code, because that can come between you. Now, I've been on the opposite end where I violated that code. Like in high school, for example, my best friend, I remember my best friend, Joel. I probably shouldn't say his name, but whatever. He had a girlfriend, and I hooked up with her. But one, I wasn't sure. There's no excuse. I'm not going to make excuses with her. This was a girl that he was talking to. I'm not sure if he exactly had made it his girlfriend. I was 17. And I know that he was messing with other girls. I know he somewhat liked her, but he was also front on a lot of times. He would be like, I don't really like her like that. I'm just fucking her, this and that and the third. So we knew that he liked her, but not as severe as he made it seem. Now, this was a girl that was just giving it out. You know what I'm saying? Not to no beef with her, but that was the perception. She was just, she was just giving it out and doing everything, doing stuff with other guys. It was pretty fucked up. So I told him that I hooked up with her. My timing was a little off because it was a guy had came up to him like, yo, I hooked up with her. I fucked her. And I was like, oh, word. But I was his best friend at the time. So it was a little fucked up. But of course, that affected our relationship. And he was a good friend of mine. We were really cool. We had no problems. We had a great friendship then. And I went wrong where I did that. But I was, granted, I was 17. And this was a time where I was just wilding. I was wilding. I was just, I just was discovering myself. I realized that, girls thought I was pretty. I'm getting called pretty boy. I'm dressing. I had waves, I just got my ears pierced. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, damn, I'm just wilding, just wilding. I left high school with almost, over 50 bodies. I was wilding, right? But I violated bro code. And we were good friends, and it cost me a friendship. It cost me a friendship because, and I was also 17. Granted, I didn't know no better. It's still no excuse. It's still not cool to do. There's still no excuse. And there's never a valid reason to violate like that. Now, I'll give you another situation. And this one I wasn't too aware of. Well, I knew, but so we had a situation. And, I tell guys, you can game girls at work. It's not the best to really fuck with girls. It's like shitting where you sleep, to mess with girls where you work. But I don't have a regular job. I own a business, so there ain't no working. So I'm not shitting where I sleep at all. But it was a girl that I was currently messing with. So I was messing with this girl, and there was a guy who said he had fucked her. And this was years ago, and I don't really have any context as far as like timeline goes. So I don't really remember that far back, but I remember I was like maybe 21, 22, and he was messing with this girl, and I was messing with this girl, and he told me while I was messing, he's like, yeah, I brought her back to the crib and I knocked it down. And me being a 21-year-old, I'm like, what? That's crazy. But I ran back to her and I told her. Now this is not my girlfriend. Obviously, I'm still talking to other girls at this time, even though I was currently having sex with this girl. I was doing, we were just doing the do. We was doing shit. And I went back and told her. And, one of my boys, he was like, yo, I heard you went back and told her that so-and-so said that he fucked her. And I was like, nah. He was like, yeah. I was like, nah, bro, you can't. He was like, no, I told him I did. And he was like, nah, you can't do that. That's violating, bro. I was like, what you mean? He was like, bro, that's basically snitching. He came to you in confidence and told you that she fucking around. She doing this and the third on some thought shit. And you went and told. You blew up. You made him look bad. Right? So when somebody comes to you in confidence and tells you something, you go run back and telling them, as a guy, that's basically snitching. You're looked at as someone who can't hold their water. You're looked at as someone who can't be trusted with information. And that's a female move. That's something females do. Because you gotta have enough composure. You gotta have enough enough self-control to not just run back and tell that information. And actually, females don't even do. Some females are a little better at it. Some females will trick a guy into telling them that. So, for example, if I say, and this is real situation. So let's say if, me and Bob are best friends, and then Timmy come and tells me, yo, I heard that Bob's girl fucked somebody else, and they're together. Like, oh shit, you serious? Yeah, but don't say nothing. Timmy says, don't say nothing. Don't say anything. And I'm like, oh damn, well, he comes to me in confidence and he's trusting me not to say anything. But Bob is my best friend. So damn, how can I not tell my best friend? And this is my best friend. I have to say something, right? But then I'm fucking with his trust. This is somebody who's trusting me with confidential information, and he's coming to me in confidence. So I don't want to fuck up his trust. But then again, I have to somehow let my best friend know without being a fucking snitch. Because that's snitching. Snitching doesn't apply to people who you don't owe nothing. This is somebody who knows, somebody I'm cool with, somebody I'm cordial with, somebody who trusts me in the past, who always comes to me and tell me stuff. So I don't want to violate this person. So, okay, how do I go about the situation violating this person? You have to go straight to the source. You got to go straight to the source. So I can't go and tell my boy on some bitch shit, be like, yo, she did, creating drama. So what I do is, and that's how you handle the situation. You go to that girl, be like, yo, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard you fuck so-and-so. And you talking to my absolute best friend. So I'm going to give you an ultimatum. You either go tell him or I'm going to tell him. And you sit down and have a conversation with this person, but you can't go and tell your friend because then you violate it. Now, so somebody comes with your information, you go tell your friend, you can't trust it because, when you go tell that person's going to go back to that person, that is going to come back in a circle, is going to come back to you and be like, yo, bro, I asked you not to say something. Why'd you do that? You violated bro code. And that's a female move. Now, that can seem a little complex, right? And I guess if you're married, some people don't give a fuck about that. She'll be like, listen, this is my wife. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to confront her. But then again, it's like, you don't know if that person's going to lie. So you run into you got to think ahead of time. You got to think about every contingency. Is this person going to tell the truth about it? Is the person going to lie about it? No, you don't go back. So you go to that person, be like, yo, I'm going to tell, you better go tell him before I do. Now I'm actually not going to tell him, but you're tricking her into saying, okay, well, I'm going to go tell him. And then she has to go tell him because she thinks that you're going to tell him. Then she just, admitted to the situation and you didn't really get involved to the degree. It's like, but that's keeping bro code. That's keeping bro code. Now, you're still getting the job done. And some people might not agree with that. I get it. Some people might not agree with that, but you got to keep bro code. If somebody comes to you in confidence, you can't just go run and don't go back and telling this person that. Be a fucking man. That's what females do. That's a female move. You can't go back and just be telling this, telling that, and telling this, And I learned this later on, And when that situation had happened to me when I was a lot younger, learning after the fact, I did talk to my father about that. He was like, well, yeah, you can't be running your mouth and gossiping like a little girl, and a lot of females will tell you, oh, that's so dumb. That's so stupid. You should just come and tell me. But you got to understand, females don't think like men. Females don't think like men. Females only think like females. That's why females put men ideal. They put woman ideals on men. And this is why society is the way it is today. Just like women come up to me all the time. How can you give advice to men? How can you give advice to men when you're not married? Like, what? That's the most craziest thing ever. How could you say something like that? It's not, first of all, it's not a guy's goal to just go and get married. When a guy sees a girl, he says, oh, damn, she looks good. I'd fuck the shit out of her. Guys are naturally polygamous. But it's a woman's goal to want to get married. It's a woman's goal to be in a relationship. Girls just go around saying, oh, I fuck her, I fuck her, I fuck her. That's not something girls do. Girls will probably do it. They'll probably make that decision. But women think different from men. And as a man, this is the point of my podcast. This is the point of my Patreon. This is the point of everything. You don't go around conducting yourself like a female. And it's even worse when you do it with females. I've made them. Listen, I done made every mistake in the book. My girl come and tell me some shit, some gossip she heard at work about my best friends. I'm put in a compromising situation. Yes, I'm going to go tell my friend. But I was put in a compromising situation. Why? Because she expected me and trusted me not to say something. She told me in confidence. But then I go running myself like a little bitch, like a little girl, right? Running my mouth like a little female gossiping instead of thinking about it in a more complex way to break this news to my friend without breaking somebody's trust. That's breaking bro code, bro. And you don't want to do that with your lady. Your lady can't trust you. He can't hold water. You have to be bro. You have to keep the bro code, and you have to be able to conduct yourself like a man. You have to conduct yourself like a man. And like I said, a lot of females won't understand that because, a lot of females, they, like I said, they think like men. They don't think like men, and men think differently. But you have to keep a code, and, keeping that code, you have to live by some type of code, because when you don't live no type of code, you do anything. You do anything. And there's a big part of being a man that some people just don't understand. But keeping the bro code is something that's regular. Now, have me and my homeboys shared females? Yeah. Have we made that mistake where, it was a female that, one of my homeboys said that he didn't like her, he didn't really want her, and then when the jig was up, I ended up piping it, and then he was fronting like he didn't really like her, but he kind of did. That happens. That's happened, but that's why you got to be real. You got to be real with your homeboys. Be like, yo, if I like this girl, you like this girl, say you like the girl. Don't lie. Don't lie about it. Be honest. Because if you're not honest, the truth is going to come to light. The truth is going to come to light. So you got to be honest about certain things. And you look at the double standard. When females do that shit, it's okay. But when men do it, they get scolded for it. I've had females tell me, oh, you a bitch, nigga. Why you running? How you gonna run and go tell that? Oh, that's a bitch move. Like, what? And in some cases, some people might not go for that. But you know what I'm saying? Only time it ain't snitching, you talking about somebody's life is in threat. You trying to threaten somebody's life? Fuck that. Ain't no, fuck that. It's family. That's different. But other than that, it's like, you got to keep a bro code. Now, I've had times where, homies, they share girls too, and it was cool. And it was even times where, one of my homies was fucking with one girl, and then she slid into the next dude, but he wasn't taking her that serious. He already had a main chick, and it was some chick on the side he was just messing with. He didn't really care for. And the other homie hit it, and he didn't really tell him. He didn't run it by him, but it was like, okay, well, he don't really care. It is what it is. You could have told me, but I ain't tripping. Right? And what you got to understand is, this is how most relationships work. Most men don't approach random girls. That's a lost art. And this is why I teach guys to do it on Patreon, which you guys should be on Patreon. But most people, relationships come from a friend circle, somebody who you worked with, or somebody who you went to school with, or a family friend. It's always in a circle, always in a friend circle. That's usually how it goes. It usually goes with people who you associate with. That's how it usually goes. That's how it usually goes. So when you see people getting involved with people in close circles, that happens all the time. You have a friend circle, and that friend circle, you and two other guys have messed with the same girl. It happens. That's how things usually go. That's how things usually go. But guys, the point of this podcast is for you to keep the code, stick to the bro code, and be a man about things. You can't be super emotional. You can't lead with emotions. You can't start acting feminine. You can't get into your feminine energy when you get mad about things. You have to be a man and let your lady trust you and let your homies trust you to be a leader. Not everybody's not made to lead. You know, I read a statistic the other day. I forget what the Journal of Psychology. It was like 14% of society is leading the rest of the 80-something percent. Because that 14% of society are on a different wavelength of consciousness or a different wavelength of awareness. So, guys, keep the code. We're going to end this podcast off with Pasha 2 times want me. Maybe we'll take a question or two.
Too tight. Just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. You know that I'm different. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. I just want that ass fast. You know I'ma do right. Just tell me that you want me. I heard you got what? Pussy drop, it ain't trap. I heard you got locked for the box, it ain't stack. Can't you tell me that you need me? Thirsty for that Fiji. You know they can't see me. Sit on my face and free me. I heard that the ops wish they swap in my place. I swear they want me gone. MIA, not today. And she gon' let her shots from the back in RA. And when I hit it right, she gon' say, just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. You know that I'm different. Just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. I just want that ass fast. You know I'ma do right. Just tell me that you want me. You know that I listen. Just tell me that you need me. 'Cause you know that I'm different. Oh, just tell me that you got that. Just tell me what it feel like. You know that ass fast.
Oh, right. That was Pasha 2 times. This is podcast 101. That's crazy. We've been so consistent. All right, guys. You know the deal. After the podcast, I usually take a few questions. It looks like we got like 2 people on the Zoom call. Anybody have questions? Questions. Now, we usually don't answer questions on the lives. I don't really see anybody asking any questions. No, I've never had my heart broken. Of course, everybody's had their heart broken. Maybe when I was like in grade school, though. Not in recent years. I've been disappointed, but I wouldn't say heartbroken. Nothing that had me in a depression. No, not from females. All right, we got two people on here. Do you guys have any questions? Because I will get off this Zoom call. Anybody got questions? Don't type it out. You got to talk into the mic. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yo.
What's the deal? What's
Hello?
the deal? What's the deal?
All right, so I'm on the younger side, right? I'm still in high school.
Okay.
I broke up with my girl of like 9 months. This is like during COVID.
That's a long time for high school.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like I'm stuck on her, and like I feel like it's time to move on. Like, you know, there's plenty of other girls, but like I don't know, man. I'm just stuck. I feel like.
What is your
I'm not sure if you have any tips.
What is your question?
On how to get unstuck? Question?
You didn't really ask me a question. You just said you were stuck. What do you want?
Oh. Okay, how do I get over her?
Well, why'd you break up with her if you still on her?
Huh.
Yeah, good question, huh? Why'd you break up with her?
That's a good question.
You don't know why you broke up with the girl, so you just broke up with her just to break up with her?
I don't know why I broke up with her, bro. I'm 16. I was so confused for like a while.
So in that moment when you broke up with her, what was your rationale? What were you thinking? Like, I don't understand. You broke up with a girl, but you don't know why you broke up with her? You being 16 ain't an excuse. Whenever I broke up with a girl, I know why I broke up with her. I need a reason. Because if you don't know why, I don't know what the fuck going on. I need to understand what's going on.
All right. I
need some analytics.
Okay. Let's say I was kind of, I don't know. I couldn't get vulnerable, I guess. Which I don't want to be on no freaking therapy shit, because like I speak to my therapist, but like I don't really talk to him like about this. I feel like I need to come to like, I don't know, some like,
bro, just say why you broke up. What was your reason? You said you didn't want to be vulnerable. Is that what you said?
I didn't want to get hurt by her, bro. Honestly.
Okay, so you were afraid of getting hurt.
Heartbreak for me was just like, it seems painful to me, bro. Okay. I don't know why.
I understand, and that's okay. That's perfectly understandable, and I understand that. I understand. Okay, so you broke up with her because you didn't want heartbreak. You didn't want to run into any situation. Now, why did you think that was going to come? Is that something you experienced in the past? What was your reason for that?
Not really, like, hold on, bro, hold on. So my reasoning, I guess, fuck, dude. I have the courage to fucking talk to you, man, but like now I'm just like low key, just fucking regretting it.
No. If you
because I'm lost, bro.
No, you're not lost. You got to find the words to describe. Listen, this was okay. You never confine in woman. That's something you don't do, right? You know, I've said that plenty of times. Because when you confine in woman, they punish you for it. So you got to confide in somebody. You paying for Patreon. You motherfucker. You better talk to me. How much you paying a month? 16 a month? 40 a month?
Yeah.
So you pay, motherfucker. This is what you here for. Now you speak your problems. Speak your piece. You said that. Okay. You said that. You know, you broke up with her because you didn't want to be vulnerable. Now I'm asking you, is that something you experienced in the past? What was your reason for doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you experienced heartbreak in the past.
I have experienced that in the past. Yeah.
Okay. And so basically, and that was your reason for breaking up with her. You didn't want to experience heartbreak.
That was sort of, yeah.
So you said sort of. So that's not the complete reason. What is the real reason?
The pandemic. It's gonna sound like a little bitch, but I used the fucking pandemic as like an excuse to be like, yo, like everything's gonna work out. I was a little bitch, bro. I just fucking.
All right, listen. Stop. Listen, stop. What I want you to do is stop insulting yourself. Stop putting yourself down. I know you're young, but you insulting yourself isn't. Stop being ashamed that of how you sound. As one, right? Nobody knows your name here. You don't have to say your name. You're just a voice, right? Nobody knows who you are. Nobody.
Right.
So stop putting yourself down. Stop lowering yourself. Stop degrading yourself. Stop calling yourself a bitch. That's something that we're not here to do, right? I'm here to uplift. I'm here to uplift men, not put you down. Now,
okay.
You said you left her because you had a bad experience, which is good because you're supposed to learn from your experiences, right? It's the people who don't learn from the experience that continue to make the same mistakes. So that's a good thing. You don't want to make the same mistakes. We've all been there before, right? Some a little more severe than others. But you said that's part of the reason. You said you used the pandemic as an excuse. Is that the only reason why you broke up with her?
I'd say I wasn't really close with her. I didn't really take the time to like properly get to know her, even though we dated for a while. Like,
yeah, 9 months. You don't know the girl in 9 months? That's a long time.
No. Okay, we hardly ever hung out enough. She was really busy with like sports. I was just like a gamer. I still am, but like I'm trying to get out of that.
You trying to get out of gaming?
No. I'm trying to get out of like. Okay, sorry. I was sidetracking. I was saying something about video games, which was something completely different.
Stick to the topic.
I guess she was very busy.
Okay.
So we could hardly ever hang out.
Okay.
So that's probably why. And so that's why I felt like I didn't know her like really well.
And she was your girlfriend for 9 months. So how often did you hang out with her?
Maybe once or twice a month, bro.
Once or twice a month?
Yeah.
Did you guys go to the same school?
We did, yeah. And she was interested in me first. I didn't really like. I'm quiet. So the fact that like, okay, sorry, that's fucking degrading myself. So I was like interested in her too, because I guess she was interested in me. So I was like, cool.
And you never asked her to hang out? You didn't want to hang out? That seeing somebody once a month isn't necessarily.
I did ask her to hang out. She was just kind of busy with her sports or whatever.
I mean, well, okay, now it makes a little more sense. You know, you seeing a girl once a month, that's not a lot of time to be spending with somebody. So if you broke up with her, that's a perfectly good reason, right? But what you have to understand is, okay, you still like her. Do you still? How long ago did you break up with her?
Like when did I break up with her?
How long ago?
Like it's been almost since like more than a year. I'd say closer to like 2 years. I've been stuck.
Listen, I'm gonna be straight up with you. You're 16 years old. You're talking about a girl you've been stuck on for 2 years. How old were you? 14?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you need to talk to other girls. You need to worry about other girls. Listen, you can go back and maybe hit that girl up, but 2 years later, bro, you got to learn to move on. That's a long time. I understand that you like the girl, you broke up with her because you basically wasn't spending enough time with her. Maybe you felt as if you were going to be hurt. That's understandable. You did absolutely nothing wrong. Now, you being stuck on her, what you have to do is talk to other girls. Talk to other girls. You're 16. I'm pretty sure she's not the only girl in your high school. Do you talk to girls? Do you actually have conversations with girls? Or is that something?
I talk to girls who I know. I don't really have the courage to like talk to like new girls.
Listen,
and if I do,
listen, but that's what you need to work on. Everybody has something that they struggle with. You're talking about you don't have the courage. You need to grow some courage, right? Even if it's indirect, you start small. Go on Patreon, go listen to the warm-up when I talk about approaching girls in a warm-up manner. I don't want to say it because we're live. I don't give away too much free sauce. You know, even if you're talking to girls and just having a regular conversation with them, you don't have to go up to a girl and just say, hey, let me get your number. But one way to get past somebody, to get unstuck, and it's something that you need to get unstuck about, And you being 16, I'm pretty sure you never even had sex with this girl, especially if you were seeing her once a month. Am I correct?
That's right.
Exactly. So
That's right.
for you to be stuck 2 years with somebody under those circumstances is a bit ridiculous. And what you need to do is start talking to other girls. Even if you know some girls online who go to another school, maybe try to slide in DMs, say, hey, what's up? You had a very interesting profile. I just wanted to say hello because I kind of liked what I saw and see if there was a good personality behind it. Say if you go to the mall by yourself, you go to the mall with friends. Well, to girls who look closer in your age range, just say hello. Hey, do you know where so-and-so is at? Do you know where Taco Bell is at? Just, it doesn't matter. It's the practice. You're very young. You got a long time. You have a long time to develop this stuff. But 2 years stuck on somebody who you saw once a month, that's a bit excessive. You need to move on. You need to unstuck yourself and stop having a pity party for yourself. Stop downplaying yourself. Stop calling yourself stupid. Stop calling yourself a bitch. You're only 16. You got to learn and you got to build up the courage. You can start small. Just have conversations with somebody about the fucking weather. It doesn't matter. You don't necessarily have to go direct and spit premium game and get a girl's number. You're still very young. So you have a lot of time to work on those things. You have a lot of time to develop that. But being stuck on somebody for 2 years, you're talking about something you were 14 years old. I don't even fucking remember being 14 years old. And of course, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point. You gotta grow some balls. And I'm not saying you gotta just go and get girls' numbers, but just have a casual conversation. You don't have to make things weird. And if you stay consistent, go watch the videos on Patreon. Watch the approach series. Watch going indirect. How you approach a girl in the school, how you approach a girl in the gym is different from how you approach a random girl on the street. But work on those things because you're going to consistently see those girls. There's two different kinds of approaches, but work on them. You're too young to be stuck on a girl for 2 years, especially, boy, you're going to be in trouble. Because imagine if she gave you some of that kitty cat, you'd be really stuck. Trust me. You gotta just work on it. Trust me. That's what you got to do.
All right. I feel like I was looking missing out. Or no, I was missing a kind of point, like, as to why. Is the why, like, even important as to why I'm stuck? Or should I just, like, say fuck it and just, like, start talking
I'll
girls?
hear you out. What is the reason why? But I'm pretty sure at this point, it really doesn't make a difference. You're talking about being stuck on somebody for 2 years who you saw once a month. So, I get it, but tell me the why.
Okay, so fucking, so after I broke up with her, she had, like, a rebound, I guess. And this is, like, some dude that, like, I kind of know, but, like, I wasn't really, like, close with. Like, I just, like, knew him. Like, I'd say, like, what's up? If I saw him in the hallway. You know? So they're dating right now. So that to me was kind of like a sting, like, to me, because I was like, damn, like, she moved on quick.
Right.
So I'm just like, you were saying about, like, yeah, talk to other girls, have the balls to talk to them.
Right. I mean, yeah, listen, that happens. Like, that happens. You got to understand, statistically, women move on faster. And usually if you're seeing a girl once a week, once a month, and she moved on pretty fast, you know, chances are she could have been talking to that guy while you guys were supposedly in a relationship.
Bro, he was like a guy best friend.
He was a guy best friend?
He was a guy best friend.
Well, yeah, he was waiting for his opportunity. That's what that was about. And girls usually, when girls leave guys, they usually have, before they leave them, they usually have something lined up. But you broke up with him and you gave him that opportunity, and he was just waiting on the chance. That's why guy and girl best friends are really bullshit, and I don't really believe in it, right? And on Patreon, I put a way to get rid of the guy best friend. But you're still very young. You have a lot to learn. And that reason, even still, you still 2 years stuck on somebody, you still got to move on. And you have to talk to girls, talk to as many girls as you can. You're still very young. You still got a lot to learn. You have a lot of practice, but you can't be scared. You can't be discouraged. It's something you got to practice. Start small, and then you build your way up.
Yeah. Okay.
And just be wise. You're young. Let that be a lesson learned. remember that situation, and you need to go on that Patreon and study that shit like it's school curriculum. You'll be all right.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
No problem.
You said to watch the warm up or something.
Go watch the approach series. There's a warm up video, like when you're warming up to approaching girls. There's a process.
Oh, okay, warm up. Okay.
Yeah, but just go to the approach series. Right. You got to scroll down a bit. You got to look. You got to sift through the videos. There's a lot of videos.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the approach series. All right, got it, man. Thanks.
No problem. All right. Wow, it was a really, really interesting situation from the young guy. All right. Anybody else on here got questions before I get this motherfucker?
Yeah, bro. I got a question. Yeah, I got a question.
All right. Shit.
You want to go first, bro?
Hold on. All right. Go ahead. Let me.
Oh yeah. No. Cool. Bro, you handled it pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, so I was just like, I was seeing this chick, bro, and like, I think I was just like, kind of simping at the time, and then I kind of like fell for her, and then like, it was. Oh, I don't even know how I got like that. But anyway, I've been like seeing other girls, and they're like, some of them are even hotter than her. But I think I just got like my ego hurt, and now I'm just trying to get her back, just to get her back. But I don't even know why I'm doing it, and I've already like, yeah. I just want to know, have you ever been through anything like that, and what's the best way to go about this? Like, would you just get it back so you can get it out of your system, or do you just fuck it, focus on your purpose?
So you were talking to a girl, and what did she break? She broke up with you. She hurt you. Or something? What was the case now? And you want her back?
Oh, no. Oh, so like, we were at university together, and then she moved back to like a city, like a few cities over. We only see each other, but then met up for like, we were just texting, but it was out of it. We were just texting, and she had just broken up with a boyfriend, and she like lived like cities away. And we were just texting, bro, and then like started flirting while we were texting, and then like just like ended up talking about how we're gonna like have sex and shit, like.
Right.
And then she come over to my city, bro, for a concert. But early, like came a few days early, and then we were just like at a hotel, like having sex and shit, and then like just going out doing fun shit like bowling, movies.
Right.
We're doing that for like a weekend. And I was like, fuck. And like before the weekend, I was all good, and then I think like midway through the weekend, or like towards the end of the weekend, I was kind of an autopilot, bro. Like I was out of it, like. Yeah, I was just doing, like, looking back now, I was just like I started to like her on that weekend. Anyway, get to the last day, we go to the concert and stuff, and she's like, we'll just not attach or something like that. Okay. And then yeah, I think like even though like it's been a while, she still keeps hitting me back up, and like I'm at a point now where I'm like, fuck, do I like try suss something out, make another effort to meet up, because she still lives cities over, so we can meet up and I'll just read her, like sex with her, and then like I'll just get in it, like just get over it. Or if I was just like, the best thing to do is just like leave it.
So you're upset because she says she wants no strings attached?
I think I was just upset, bro, because I liked her, which is out of it.
Okay, so you liked her, you caught feelings, and she didn't, basically.
Yeah, she did at the start. I know she did. Like, she did a bit. We were still messaging, and like, But I think through my text afterwards, I was like real simping through my text.
Okay.
Like the weekend was actually good. Like she was hitting up like
So you only saw her
that
one
weekend
weekend.
was
All right, I think I get the point. So I get the point. You end up liking the girl. You actually really liked her, and she basically didn't feel the same.
yeah.
Okay, well, I mean that's
When
perfect for starters. That's perfectly normal, right? There's been studies done where it says, usually men fall in love a lot faster than women do, right? I'm not saying you necessarily in love, but if you were to catch feelings faster,
no,
that
I've
makes
seen
sense.
that on your stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So where it says men, it takes men usually a few days for weeks for men to fall in love versus women, where it takes women anywhere from 2 to 3 months to fall in love. So I'm not saying necessarily you guys are in love, but I'm saying clearly you caught feelings a lot faster, and that's perfectly normal. Now, if you're saying she still wants you, she still hits you up, and she's still asking to hang out, still wants to hang out, still wants to be cool.
Like, yeah, but she's still like we've made like kind of plans like every now and then, but sometimes they just fall through. But she still lives like cities away, like a few cities away. So if we meet up, it has to be like really planned. Yeah.
So, all right, listen.
But it's a bit of a mission, yeah.
Well, listen, that's up to you, man. It could, because you sound like you're hurt, but if you really like the girl, then game her. It'll take time, but game her. Don't put 100% focus on her. If you like her, talk to other girls in the meantime. But if you like that girl, game her. Take the time. But just don't do anything that'll fuck it up. Don't do anything that comes up too clingy, and you don't ask her for a relationship, because remember, being more relationship focused than she is a problem. If you watch those videos, you don't do that.
Yeah, I watched those, bro.
Yeah.
But I used that one, bro, that you said on this other chick, and fuck, it works so well, bro. When you're like, oh, so I need your advice on something.
Okay, yeah, the text series, the tech. Don't say it, because we're live. The people that are not on Patreon need to get on Patreon.
Yeah.
So no, of course, I know it works. I
use that on this other girl, but I was just wondering, like, do you reckon that work on her as well?
Well, I don't know.
They're like equally as hot.
Well, I don't know how often you guys talk. You said if you still talk, it's a different situation. Usually that applies in a situation where you've been talking to this girl and she just completely ghosted you and everything was perfectly fine before, right? That's a little different, and you're trying to get this girl to hang out with you. This is different. This might be a different scenario. So something might different apply, because you already had sex with this girl. Some you had relations with her, so it's a tad bit different.
But like, yeah, I think if I like just worded it a little bit differently, you know what I mean? Like to fit the scenario well.
Yeah, but but you said you already talked to her now.
Yeah, but like okay, yeah. Last time I met her would have been like 2 weeks ago, and she was like hinting towards it anyway, and I was thinking
hinting towards hanging out.
Yeah, I just like.
Well, listen, man,
she was like,
you don't have. It's not like you're on bad terms with her. She's talking to you. You just set something up. If you like her, game her, and try to get in her good graces and game her into liking you and building that attachment. You work it as if it were a long distance relationship. You say she's a few cities away. Okay, well, you do that. You work it as if it's a long distance relationship. You don't take 100% serious at first, because she's not taking you serious, especially when she says she wants to be no strings attached. Well, that's not a girl you want a wife right away. Or you won't even think about taking serious. But you work on it.
She said that, bro, but she's like, I'm the only other dude she's ever been with, bro.
All right, so what are you? So what the fuck are you talking? She's the only other dude you've been with, and so why are you hurt? I don't understand why you're hurt by the situation, because she said.
I was just explaining the whole situation.
Yeah, but why are you hurt? You said that you were hurt.
I'm all good now, but like I'm just like, it's still there, bro, and it's still kind of there.
What's still there? That you're upset that she said she wanted no strings attached?
I'm not sure, but I don't know if it's my
So
ego or
what
if
the
it's
fuck are you
like.
upset about then?
No, I just don't know if I should still go for it. And I don't know, like the last two, so the last couple of messages that I sent her, I don't know if they're like bad or if I should just hit her up still.
Listen,
Like if she put, yeah.
listen, the girl did nothing wrong to you, it sounds like. You have no reason to be in your feelings. She didn't leave you on scene. She didn't stop talking to you. What are you in your feelings about?
I think I was just explaining to you how I did feel.
But why did you feel like that? Is she still talking to you? Nothing. I don't see anything that went wrong for you to be in your feelings so much so. If you want to pursue the girl, pursue her. Especially if she says she's the only other guy that you've been with. What did she do wrong for you to be in your feelings in the first place? That's what I'm trying to understand. This is simple, guys. This is why you have to listen to situations, and this is why you have to understand full situations before you can give a verdict. Because when guys don't explain the whole situation and you rush through try to give a solution, you really don't have a reason to be upset with this girl. You're trying to say, is it worth it to pursue her? I don't see anything she did wrong. If you don't mind having a long distance relationship, then go for it. That's not something I personally do. Maybe I work on it to maybe work on my game. If I'm with a girl, maybe she's long distance and she's coming back. But if that's something you want to do, that's not something you need advice to. That's something that you need to make a decision for. Now, if you need help doing it, that's different. But that's not something for me to decide. Especially when it sounds like she didn't do anything wrong to you for you to be in your feelings or upset.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think that's what I more wanted to say, like, because I have been trying to game her, but I just wanted to explain to you the whole situation first, and if you would tell me if I'm just being stupid, fuck her.
Yeah, well, you don't want to say you don't want to be stupid, but it sounds like you got a little emotional, but over something small, but. It doesn't. And you saying last time you spoke to her, she was hinting as if she wanted to hang out with you. So it sounds like you're upset about, really nothing.
Yeah, no, I know you're right, but I was just trying to explain it well. But
yeah, you got no reason to be upset. If you want to pursue the girl, pursue her. There's nothing wrong with that. She sounded like she did nothing wrong to you. Just because she said she wanted no strings attached, that's the only reason why you sound like you're upset. But that's not a reason to get upset. And if you want her to like you, then game her and be patient with it. Stay consistent. Go look at the texting series. The texting series, there's a lot of sauce in there that can apply to your situation.
Yeah, they're good, bro. Okay, so I think what I'll do, bro, is like I'll come up with some questions and I'll hit you up for another meeting another time.
Yeah, and you probably need a private situation. You probably need to book a private on Patreon. It's only $10. So yeah, maybe to do that because. I
messaged you in your DMs, bro. Just check those and then
check me.
And then
message me on Instagram because I get a lot of messages on Patreon and it's hard to reply to all of them. All right, but let that other guy get in. We'll talk.
All right, cheers, mate.
All right.
What's up, bro?
What's going on?
All right, so our question is like, I just want to know like how to do like sexual tension and conversations and shit.
How to what?
Like flirt. You know what I mean?
You want to know how to flirt?
Yeah, like I know how to flirt, but like when you first meet somebody, like how do you like have a sexual conversation?
Well, building a sexual conversation.
Am I saying it right though? Like you understand what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be careful with that. Because you don't want the girl to think that you're only intent.
Yeah, you a creep or stuff.
It was not necessarily being a creep. You can flirt, but you have to be subtle. Mind you, we're on live, so I don't want to give too much sauce. One thing you want to do is to start a sexual conversation. You can go indirect, right?
Indirect, like don't say without saying direct.
So basically, here's one way. Well, obviously, you want to have some type of conversation with her first. You don't want to just jump straight to sexual. Now, you can be flirting, right? Because it can be risky. You take that risk when you just start flirting out of nowhere, and and then you get a little too sexual, and then she's not receptive to it, then you have to take it back and go back to being regular, right? But one of the best ways to make things sexual without coming off to like someone that has bad intentions is, you talk about something indirectly sexual. You're like, well, one thing I hate, and she'll be like, what? I hate people who are bad kissers. I hate bad kissers. And she'll be like, oh my God, yes. I just hate girls who don't take their time. They just run and just stick their tongue in my throat, right? And they're like, oh my God, yeah. Like, I don't like that either. Like, guys do that too. Like, oh, really? Like, yeah. And then from there, you're like, yeah, I hate that. I hate girls who get a little too aggressive and just start grabbing my privates. You know what I'm saying? But then that's indirectly. So now it looks like you're just describing a situation that, not necessarily super sexual, but if she's receptive to it, then you could get that conversation can open up portals into like a whole, exactly. But you would have to know how to escalate it. You would have to know how to escalate it. As far as that, that's one way to do it. But also flirting. You obviously you just don't be a bitch. If you want to make things sexual, take the risk. And if she's receptive to it, continue. Just flirt. Oh my God, this is so hard. That's what she said. Simple shit like that builds sexual tension, but you can't be afraid to do it. If you're afraid to take the risk, you see how she reacts to it. You got to throw it in there subtly. You throw it in there subtly, and when you throw it in subtly, if she's receptive to it, you continue. But you don't want to make it the super source of the conversation unless things have already gotten there, and then you just continue it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go off the vibe. If she's receptive to it, continue. If not, then back away. Try to bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Give her some regular conversation. Build some more rapport. And then that's what you do.
Because when I be talking to girls, sometimes like it just be sometimes like the conversation just be dumb. Like it just be retarded conversation. Just it don't be sexual. You know what I mean? It just to be like how your day going and shit.
Well, you don't know how to have a conversation.
No, I don't know how to have a conversation, bro. But like, it's just like I don't know how to do it all the time. You know what I mean?
Well, you got
like some days it be cool,
but
some days
some girls are super boring though. But you got to learn how to you got to learn how to talk. But you got to learn banter. You got to learn how to have that playful talk.
How to finesse it.
Yeah, like sometimes like I don't know, like if a girl's like sometimes you got to keep a narrative, like creating a narrative is a thing too. And I think I made a video on that on Patreon, like there's a girl that I was talking to, and I created this narrative. She had really nice feet, and I was like, well, let me see your feet. She was like, oh, you into feet? I was like, yeah, but not yours. I got to see it first. I mean, I was like they look nice, but to be honest, they look like they stink. But I'm joking. I'm saying this in a playful manner.
Yeah,
she's not saying it. She's not taking it super serious. So now every time I talk to her, I'll be like, what up, stinky feet? How you doing? Right? And that's the narrative that, I like feet, but I'm not sure if I like hers because we haven't been sexual and I haven't done anything for, or we haven't been sexual, but I run that narrative that maybe she has stinky feet. So this way, she's not 100% that I want her. She's not 100% that she can have me, right? So she's not 100% on me, so that kind of keeps her on her toes. I don't come off too easy, and then there's some playful banter, right? There's some playful talk there, right? So you gotta be able to got to be able to create a narrative. But it's little things like that,
It's the little things.
Yeah, just just think outside the box. Don't say everything that every guy say. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? How's your day going? Oh, my day is going good. How about you? That's the fucking. Even if you start a comment like, "Yo, I had the craziest day. This girl at work, she kept trying to kiss me. Like, what the fuck? That's something random. And then that's like she's like, oh my God, what? Instead of you saying, hey, how's your day going? Like, just change shit up.
It don't even got to be the truth, right? Like just make some shit up.
What happened?
I said it don't even got to be the truth all the time, right? Just make some shit up, right?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. or just make your life sound exciting. Like if I say I went to go do laundry today, I would be like, damn, today I washed some of my white clothes, and you know what? I mixed it in with the colored, and now I have fucked up shirts. She's like, oh my God, what happened? I don't know what the hell happened. I was in the laundromat and I was just distracted by this dog that was just doing everything. Oh my God, what kind of dog was it? Instead of me saying, yeah, I was doing laundry today, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, did you have fun? Yeah, it was cool. What you doing? That's boring, Learn to make your conversation exciting.
All right. I got one more question, then you can finish the shit. So look, it be days where I be feeling confident and shit, and then it be some days where I don't feel so confident. Like, how do I build confidence?
It's in increments. I mean, first of all, you're gonna have highs and lows, right? You're gonna have highs and lows.
That's everybody.
It's. I don't necessarily say I have highs and lows. I mean, yeah, like if I don't have a haircut, I'd be like, ugh. I feel like shit today. Like I don't say I necessarily feel like shit because that's not how I think. I only focus on the things that I want. But I'd be like, I'll be more confident. I'll be feeling myself a little more when I have a haircut, right? Or but building confidence is self-talk. Like I said, focus on the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. But you're not always going to be in the best of moods all the time, right? You're not always going to be on 100. That's normal human behavior. But if you can build confidence, like I said, self-talk, accomplish things in increments. Like say, for example, if you want to buy a house, what's the first step? Well, I got to save money. So start saving money. How much money should I save? Maybe 40,000 down. So I'll start saving 1,000. Every week or every month, you know what I'm saying? And then you slowly build until you hit a goal of 10,000. Wow, I hit 10,000. Holy shit. In only 4 months or 3 months. Oh shit, that's great. So then you hit 20,000. Wow, now your confidence is getting more. So when you start talking about houses with people, you'll be like, well, yeah, I'm put this down, put that down. Now you're a little more confident because now you know what you have saved. Then, okay, what else? You need good credit. Okay, well, let me build my credit. So you start working with a credit repair company. Okay, let me work with this credit repair company. Wow, my credit is 690. Okay, that's better. Damn, my credit is a 750. Holy shit, my credit is 800. Now you're a lot more confident. So when you have that conversation, we're talking about houses with somebody, like, yeah, baby, we could do it. I'm ready. I got racks in the bank. My credit is straight. Let's do it. But you did it in increments. And the same thing works with your confidence. You want to build your confidence in increments. So this way you slowly start to build up. And also self-talk. You talk to yourself positive, right? You tell yourself positive things. Words are power. So you have to do, when you want to build confidence, you do it in increments. It's an incremental thing. And getting and accomplishing goals. When you accomplish goals incrementally and slowly, your confidence is going to build. It's like as a pro fighter, right? When guys go pro boxing, you don't start out with champions. There are rare people who had a phenomenal amateur background, but usually how they do is they build you up. So they'll throw you a few tomato cans, they'll throw you a few bombs as you build your confidence, and then you slowly start to fight better and better competition. So they build your confidence, but you do that in increments. You slowly start to build up. And it's the same thing with confidence. You have to slowly build up your confidence. Make goals for yourself, and then you slowly start to build it up, and then you go for it.
Got you.
And the more you accomplish your goals, the more your confidence will show.
Confidence gonna go up. Yeah.
No problem.
Bro, I really appreciate it, though. I fuck with your videos heavy. Like, you helped me a lot, bro.
No problem, man. No problem. I appreciate it. That's
fuck with it, bro. Hey, they TikTok me on some nut shit though. They always delete your TikTok. What's up with that?
Is because what I'm doing goes against the agenda. When I'm telling men to be men, they want a society to be feminized. They want a society to be feminized. And when you're telling men to be men, and a society that where men is doing what they have to do, because they want. You can destroy a society when women run this society.
Running society up.
And that's basically what you see going on now. You can't argue with women. If you say anything about women, you're misogynist. If you say anything about gay people, you're homophobe. Say anything about trans, you're transphobe. But that's not transphobic. Exactly. So when because that's what the whole feminism movement is. If you think about it, because now women today think that they're equal to men, but even on a scientific level, this is basic science. Men and women are equal; they're different. Maybe you're equal in the eyes of God, yeah, but it's a trap. And like you have women are being told today, don't put off marriage. Wait, focus on your career in school. You get married later on in life, but that's a trap. And this is what society telling you, but that's a trap because, well, later on in life, when you do that. It's like, say if a woman, okay, she focused on her career, so now she's making 80, 70, 90, maybe even $100,000 a year, right? So then she says, I want a man that's making just as much or equal. Because women have that hypergamous nature. They aim up. But most men aren't making that type of money. Even if $60,000 a year is good for just an average person, but that's not an average salary in America. Average salary in America is like $30,000 a year. 30,000, 20,000 a year, or something like that. So then she focuses on that all her 20s. Then she wants a man that's higher valued or equal, because women aim up. But then when she's in her 30s and she's trying to get those men don't want her, because those men that are in their 30s, they're finally making money. They're either already married or they want somebody that's young, somebody who looks healthy and youthful. So she put off marriage all in her 20s. Now she's in her 30s, and a lot more women are getting married less than less if you look at the statistics. And then when you're in your 30s, you're at a higher risk pregnancy, depending on how you took care of your body, depending on the type of birth control you took. You don't look as good as you were when you're in 20s, especially if you, what a statistic goes, you say 80% of women want 15 or 20% of men, the 15% of men making six figures or more, right? But those type of men have the best pick of the litter. Right, they get to have the best options. Yeah, exactly. And they're not picking these older women; they're picking younger, more beautiful women. Yeah, young girls. Exactly. So now you fell into this trap of saying, "I put off school, I put off all of this." Now you're older, and it's harder for you to get married because you have such high standards. Now, what you'll find is now when these women start to settle for men that they don't want, the divorce rates are higher. Why? Because they're settling for men that they don't want, because they put off marriage and they didn't focus on marriage when they were younger. Because they were told they were independent, they were told they don't need a man. So now you look at this trap. Now they have to settle. That's why 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Because one, men don't understand relationship dynamics, and you should be subscribed to my Patreon and podcast. Two, these women are settling for men that they really don't want because they fell into the trap. Exactly. But the point is of that, and this is why they don't like me, and this is why my shit keeps getting deleted, because it's like a form of population control, because when you have less people getting married, you have less people, you have less babies getting made. You have all these things like birth control, the pushing of, I guess homosexuality. You have men and women together, not really having babies like that. And so I'm telling men to be men, the essence of being a man. Exactly, because now this goes against that whole agenda. I'm indirectly going against it by telling men to be men. I'm telling men, be masculine. Don't paint your nails. Don't act feminine, right? But then I get attacked by a whole bunch of women in my comments. It never fails. I'm not even looking at the comments on live, but I can tell you there are probably women on live that are attacking me because they're very predictable. And that's the whole feminist movement. And it's illusion, because you have women saying they don't need men. Oh, I'm doing this. I don't need, but you do. You were made for. You don't need a man. All that shit. It's bullshit. But that's why my shit keeps getting deleted, because I indirectly go against the agenda. And it took a while for me to figure out, but that's usually how it goes.
Yeah, but keep doing your shit though, bro, because you definitely, you've been through like 5 TikToks by now. You definitely could have just stopped and said, "Yo, I'll give up." Yeah, I should have had a million by now. Back. Yeah, bro. Like you would have been up crazy, but it's cool though, bro. You gonna get there. It's only up.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
All right, you be safe now. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Holla at you, man.
All right, bro.
All right, guys. Let's get off of Zoom call. Anyway, so I'm sorry about the guys everybody who was on Patreon, I mean on TikTok Live. So if you want to get your questions answered, we usually don't answer questions on TikTok Live or any of the lives in the question area. Sometimes I might read the comments before I start, but I usually don't answer the questions. So if you do want your questions answered, try to get on Patreon. Joining Patreon is very cheap. $16 a month is the best tier to join. We specialize in relationship dynamics, but if you want your questions answered, you can get on these Zoom calls. Zoom calls are not really regular. They're usually very random. And when you see that, you can join. And usually after the podcast, I do answer questions. So you guys can join in on the Zoom call and get your answers, your questions answered, or you can book a private consultation. Private consultations are usually $30 for 30 minutes, $60 for 60 minutes. But if you're on Patreon, it's $10 for 30 minutes and $20 for 60 minutes. Big difference. So either way, if you pay for 2 private sessions for 30 minutes, you pay $16 a month, you'll be paying less even if you book 1 session. It's like, almost a no-brainer. And if you think I give good advice, you can see it for yourself. This episode will be on YouTube, so subscribe to the YouTube, and I let you guys hear the questions because you might have the same questions, and let you see my process on how I go about answering stuff. So, guys, if you can join Patreon, I appreciate everybody who joined and listened this far. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. There's a lot of free sauce on podcasts. If you don't know, the point of the podcast is for men to be men. And I think I resonate with a lot of the younger guys, because a lot of the guys in the red pill community, I don't really consider it as red pill, or consider it more relationship dynamics. But a lot of the guys in the red pill are a lot older, and a lot of younger guys ain't really giving advice like this because they ain't got as much experience as me. These niggas ain't really fucking with me like that. But yeah. I just read a lot, and I've been through a lot for my age. But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Make sure you follow me. I'm out of here. Let's end it on TikTok, and we out on YouTube.